China has urged the United States to stop boosting ties with Taiwan after Washington and Taipei announced they would hold economic talks this month that Taiwan's government described as a major milestone in relations. China considers the self-ruled island of Taiwan its own territory with no right to form official ties with other countries and has watched with growing alarm as the U.S. stepped up its support for the island, including new arms sales and visits to Taipei by senior U.S. officials. Spokesperson Zhao Lijian made the remarks when asked to comment on the United States' newly approved plans to sell 3 weapons systems worth $1.8 billion to Taiwan. Zhao said the U.S. arms sales to Taiwan seriously violate the One China principle and the Three China-U.S. joint communiques, especially the August 17 communique, severely interfere in China's internal affairs and undermine China's sovereignty and security interests. The move has sent deeply wrong signals to the Taiwan independence, secessionist forces, and jeopardized China-U.S. relations, as well as peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait, the spokesperson told a daily press briefing. China firmly opposes it. Zhao urged the U.S. side to fully recognize the highly detrimental nature of arms sales to Taiwan, abide by the One China principle, and the Three China-U.S. joint communiques, cease arms sales to Taiwan and military contact with the island, and withdraw relevant arms sales plans, to avoid further damages to China-U.S. ties and peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait. China is going to make legitimate and necessary responses in accordance with the developments of the situation, Zhao added. Meanwhile, Taiwan will send a small delegation to Washington, led by Deputy Minister of Economic Affairs Chen Chern-Chy, its government said, for November 20's inaugural meeting of the U.S.-Taiwan Economic Prosperity Partnership Dialogue. U.S. Under-Secretary of State for Economic Growth, Energy, and the Environment Keith Krach, who angered China with a visit to Taipei in September, will lead the U.S. side. Taiwan's foreign ministry hailed the talks. This dialogue is a major milestone in Taiwan-U.S. economic relations. It demonstrates that Taiwan and the United States will develop closer and broader cooperation under their global economic strategic partnership, it said in a statement. Krach was the most senior State Department official to visit Taiwan in 4 decades after being named to head a new bilateral economic dialogue with the island. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo told reporters on Tuesday that the talks would include ensuring safe and secure supply chains and 5G security. The dialogue signifies that our economic relationship with Taiwan, a vibrant democracy and a reliable partner, is strong and growing, he added. Taiwan has long sought a free trade agreement with the U.S. While U.S. President Donald Trump is a popular figure in Taiwan due to his administration's support for the island, Taipei's government has moved to assure people that President-elect Joe Biden will continue that backing. There may be changes in the U.S. government and personnel, but we are confident in the continued development of Taiwan-U.S. relations, Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen said on Wednesday, according to her Democratic Progressive Party. Meanwhile, the U.S. State Department approved a $600 million arms package Tuesday that includes 4 unmanned maritime patrol aircraft, along with maritime radar and other hardware to support the aircraft. In October, the department greenlighted the potential sale of 3 weapons systems, including missiles, artillery, and sensors. The full price was estimated at $1.8 billion. 5 days later it approved a $2.37 billion sale of 100 Boeing-made Harpoon coastal defense systems. 2 other arms sale authorizations were announced earlier in the year for a total of $800 million. Now what we're seeing is the transfer of weaponry that can certainly help Taiwan become Fortress Taiwan, quote-unquote, to make it that impenetrable fortress against Chinese attack, said Derek Grossman, a senior analyst with the RAND Corp. Research Institution. Washington cleared sales for Taiwan twice in 2019. They covered 3 separate arms systems, including F-16 fighter jets and M1A2T battle tanks for a total price of about $10.2 billion. A single $330 million spare parts sale was approved in 2018. President Donald Trump's administration came out with its first arms package in June 2017, the only one that year, for a total of $1.42 billion. U.S. officials are speeding arms sales to Taiwan this year as the Asian island revamps its defense strategy against old, and more powerful, for China, and experts on both sides say Washington is extra keen to show support.